Personally, I don't know about you, but I am an alchemist, and anything sent my way is transmuted instantly. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. This is the basics. This is the basis of an alchemist mindset. Let's say somebody put some poison in your food, right? Let's say you got energy control. Let's say you got powers, right? You are an alchemist. When that poison enters your body, the frequency of that poison must match the frequency of your body and your temple, because your temple's frequency is so powerful, so much more powerful than the poison. Focus on yourself is what I'm saying here. We have to think a little smart here. The number one tactic your enemy would use against you is your own power. Your mind is the greatest power in this entire freaking existence. Let's say I'm the enemy, right? And I want to use covert tactics to get my enemy to lower his own power level in order for my weapons to work against him. You have to work from the inside out if you're going to destroy your enemy. First, they'll set out bait traps, right? First, they teach you fear. Fear is taught. You're a child, you walk around as a toddler, you're 2 or 3 years old, and there's not one single bit of fear in you. You walk up to a gun like, oh, what's this? Oh, look, a gun. You walk up to fire, you touch the fire, you touch the stove. You're not scared of anything. This is you in your natural, most chaotic, raw state. Fear is taught. Now, prudence is different from fear. Discernment is different from fear. There's a little nuance there. But prudence or discernment is just knowing not to jump in a pool full of hungry sharks. But you don't have to fear. Like, you don't have to go, ooh. You don't have to have that whole negative reaction. You could just, look inside the pool and see that there are sharks in the pool that are swimming around aggressively looking for prey. It's all about reading the omens. But you don't have to go, oh, sharks. No, you don't gotta do all that, bro. Like, for real. Fear is, it's unnecessary. It's not required. All you need is discernment. Now that fear bits out the way, it ties back to what I'm saying about the enemy's tactics. They teach you fear for a reason. Fear is a certain frequency or a state of being. And in that state of being, you're able to be affected by anything else on that frequency. And fear is the lower astral. That's the fourth dimension. That's hell. I personally don't want to be in hell or the lower astral, messing around with entities who want to prey off of my fear. No, that's their weapon. The whole spiritual community, everybody in there be like, oh, I'm so powerful. Oh, I'm so God. I'm God's chosen. I'm protected. But then they turn around ass backward and say, oh, they're poisoning the water. Oh, they're going to kill us. Oh, they're poisoning the food. KFC is horrible. Like that. If you don't let your vibration be so powerful that everything else around you has to match you. If you have a mind that thinks, you should know that your enemy is smart, which means they did not just poison the KFC, McDonald's, Popeyes. They also poisoned your fruits and vegetables. Come on, man. So at this point, they poison the air. They spray the air with bacteria and chemicals and metals. They get to the air you breathe. It's gotten to that point. None of it is going to affect you because you are powerful beyond their weapons. Their weapons are outdated, and no matter what new batch of virus or food or poison they cook up, it's not gonna work. It's not going to work. The frequencies hitting this planet are activating you beyond their little weak weapons. They're weak. If you are truly as powerful as you say you are, you have to stand on business. You have to stand on what you say. Your word has to be final. The more attention you give them, and especially with the fear frequency, the more their power grows. They're literally their weapon. If they teach you fear and they teach you to fear them, you lost. It's like Mike Tyson said, folks be losing before they step into the ring because their mind is set on how powerful Mike Tyson is. He gonna come up to you, he gonna rock your shit. Nah, you're not supposed to think of your enemy up high. You're supposed to tear him down with your mind, with your mindset. You're supposed to look at his weak points, his flaws, right? You're supposed to look at his tactics, and within his tactics is his plan. And within this plan, there is a counter plan. Anything in creation has its polar opposite. This is the law of polarity, which means every problem has its own solution. It's all a game. Do what you do in your life and focus on that. Because if you focus purely on yourself and your own power, then that expands. But if you focus on your enemy and their power and their tactics, their power expands. I'm sure you heard of this before. Energy flows where your attention goes, or something like that.